forget. Hello, guys. Welcome back to No For Real podcast. This is Yasmin.
And this is Thoraya. Welcome back.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Extremely hungry today and thirsty, but I'm surviving.
Yes.
We
I'm
don't have
hungry
many
too.
days left. Like, really, you can't count
Yeah,
them.
true. Yeah, we have a new person that got a new haircut.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And
get a
I
new
am in
haircut.
love.
I'm actually too in love with it.
Yes.
And I don't know why I waited that long, honestly, to cut my hair. But I also like the previous one. Not gonna lie. I got bored from the long hair, but like it's fine. I like
It's very,
this
very
cut
cute.
too.
I love it. I was telling Tariq, it's one of my favorites.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very cute.
I like it too. Thank you.
Um,
How is everything?
Everything is good. Life is lifing. And I feel like I want to continue doing less food at work
Yeah.
after Ramadan. Yes, because I feel like I get really drained and I drink like a cup or 2 cups of coffee and I try to wake up. But right now I go through work
Wow.
and very
You feel lighter, huh?
energized, very light.
Yeah.
Nobody piss me off. They hardly piss me off. You know, I'm just in La La Land.
That's good.
But when I have access to food and I eat a lot, I feel like I get more moody for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe because you get energy and then it goes
True.
down, you know?
And it depends, true. It depends on what I'm eating too. Because like as soon as I drink the coffee and a little of chocolate thing, I'm
Yeah.
like fine for the
Yeah.
next 2 hours. And then after that,
You crash.
I
Yeah.
crash,
It
yeah.
does happen. That's normal. I
Yeah.
feel like fasting had taught me a lot of things, to be honest. Because like I only started fasting like the whole month last year. Before last year, I really did not fast at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it had taught me patience, to be honest. Like
yeah.
you would think that you would get hungry and hangry, but I'm not. Like I'm only getting thirsty and I'm not being mad at anything. Like you would think that your tolerance to people would decrease because you're thirsty and hungry. Honestly, absolutely not. I'm not getting to that.
True. The whole experience, I feel like it humbles you. It really humbles you. It just puts you in a place that you understand where other people are coming from, you know?
Yeah.
And you just become way more peaceful and chill. And you have
Yeah.
so much energy to do a bunch of things throughout the day.
Exactly. So I really don't understand what my excuse was before. I feel like it's just like I never gave it a chance. That's the thing.
And it's fine.
I was
You know, you
too-
try it and you
too
like
selfish
it.
in my workout era. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't fast because I have to run.
Yeah.
But
But
which
it-
is true. I can't run when I'm fasting. I can't even go to the gym and lift weight. I would pass out. Ali went to the gym. My brother went to the gym yesterday and he passed out. Like he told me that he was about to pass out. He had to lay down, sit in his car and come back home. And before he
my
went to the gym,
God.
I told him, "Can I come with you?" He's like, "No, you're going to pass out." So, karma paid him strong. Like,
Don't say
well, I really wanted to go to the gym. And he's like, "No, stay home. You will pass out." And then he came back from the gym and he was like, "Thoraya, I almost passed out."
Has he eaten suhoor before
Oh,
or
Ali,
no?
after futur, till the minute he sleeps, is only eating.
Oh,
Eating and drinking.
okay. He makes up for it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, don't worry about
That's
it.
a good thing.
Yeah, yesterday we went to a Yemeni place, like for,
What is it? Ritaj?
no.
What is it called?
No, actually, I don't recall the name of the place.
I think
Because
I
I
know what
didn't
you're talking
drive
about.
to it. I just was sitting in
Is
the
it
car.
close on West Park and
Closer to Olive Dental. I don't know if you know where Olive Dental is.
I think I know which one you're talking about. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very ghetto, but it's really
yes,
good.
it's ghetto
really
as hell,
good.
but it's so good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's oh my god, the yogurt too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
best.
think you've been there.
I've
then.
been
Yeah.
girl multiple times, and we don't even go there. We cater home.
Okay, gotcha.
Like it's
No,
a
no.
thing
No,
because
we
we used to live
actually
close
said-
to the area, and we would.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We sat there and it was really good.
It's so good. It's like you know that there's a lady back there who cooked it with love and just
Yeah. It's really good.
yes, it's so
What is
good.
it called?
Amazing. I don't know what is it called.
forgot.
Wait. It's something Hadramaut, right?
No.
Beit
Not the
al-Yas.
place name. I'm talking about their food name.
Oh,
The
is the
rice.
place called Hadramaut though?
No.
Then we ain't talking about the same.
No,
one.
I don't think we're talking about the same place. Then.
Okay, never mind. But that one is also ghetto and it's
Yeah.
really good. That one, it's Mendi.
Mendi, exactly. That's
So
what I ate
good.
yesterday, and it was
Mendi is
so good.
amazing. There's another one that it's the same name as my niece, and that's why we went to it. It's called
Oh,
Ritaj.
okay. I've seen that restaurant.
So
Okay, I didn't
it's
know
the
it's
best.
Yemeni.
It's the
Okay,
best out of all of them.
okay, I'll give it a shot
So good.
because I'm in
Like
love with Mendi.
it's so good. And it's not only Mendi. They have a red soup there
Yes.
with a lot of onions, and you know I don't like
Yeah,
onions.
it's like something that you top your food with,
Girl,
right?
I drank.
It's like a salsa.
Yes.
Okay.
You put on top of the rice. I
Yes.
drank it like it's a juice.
She's like, okay, I'm not topping it. I'm eating it alone.
Yes.
Okay.
So good. It was amazing. I loved
like
it.
that.
So yeah, let's stop talking about food because
Honestly,
right now I'm about to pass out.
I feel you.
Yes.
I started feeling it in my tongue. I swear to God.
Yes.
We still have like 4 hours left
Yeah.
till iftar. Because like it keeps pushing back every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what else? I've been studying a lot, y'all. And it feels good to study for some reason. I was so afraid
I
to
feel like you
going
like
back.
to study.
No, Yasmin. I
You
like
don't?
to not do anything.
The process. Well, yes. Everybody like that. But I'm saying like you have to do it. But
Yeah,
you
I
enjoy
had-
it at the same
exactly.
time, you know?
I'm finding joy in the way
Yeah.
that I'm studying. And I was really afraid of jumping into studying again because I put myself into like a mental problem, a mental like situation
Yeah.
that was very hard when the last time I was studying. But this time it's going really smoothly. I think I started studying with Duolingo. So like the minute I started Duolingo, I was also starting to study. So
Yeah.
I'm hitting a streak on Duolingo, like
yes.
24 days. So I know that I've been studying for 24 days.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it consistent because like my Duolingo is timed for 5 minutes. Like I can
Yes.
definitely have 5 minutes a day. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. And
Amazing. So the streak in Duolingo keeps you moving. That is
yes.
so
Yeah,
cute.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It really do be. It do be.
It do be.
It do be. Oh my God.
I kind of love it.
It do be exciting. Like really, I just
It do be.
guys, English is not my strength point. You should know
English
it by
is
now.
sitting in the corner and crying today.
And that's all I do to her. I just make her cry.
I'm actually feeling
But yeah, like it's yeah.
yeah, I got you.
Like it's very exciting because Saraya put me on it. She was like, we've
I
been
see
saying
you.
that we
It
want
tells
to
me
learn.
that you are progressing too.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on
Hell
that.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
Duolingo is really fun for learning
It's very
languages,
exciting.
to be honest. What else? Today, we want to talk about how to tap into your feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a topic that I really love because I was a tomboy as a kid.
Yo
Like,
también. Me
yeah,
too,
I think we
girl.
both were very tomboyish, which is very weird that you were a tomboy because you only have sisters. You don't have a brother.
Yeah.
Your cousins do not live close to you.
But I
You know
have
what
my
I mean?
I have my explanation.
Yeah.
It's because we didn't have a brother and all my cousins grew up with brothers. All the sisters grew up with brothers. So every time we were little and there will be a fight or something, nobody would stand up for me. And my sister, especially my second sister, she knows that nobody would stand up for us. So
Yeah.
me and her were very tomboyish. And she raised me, technically.
Yeah.
So she would have to go out and fight and, be
Gotcha.
in the moment. And I was the same way too, because like, who else is going to protect us? Nobody.
Yeah.
Like when my dad was not around or not in the city because he had to go work somewhere else,
Yeah.
it was me and my sister that we just had to take care of stuff, even though I was like way younger.
I was very tomboyish because my cousins, like we only played in the like backyard. You would call like, I don't know, I played soccer with them, and
Yeah.
every game that we played is a masculine game. Like we're either fighting, we're either playing
Yeah.
soccer. I didn't have girls. My sister was always studying. Like she didn't like to play with us. She was 5 years older than the youngest one of us.
Yeah.
So like she did not vibe with the whole like cousins and stuff like that. And also, it was a way for me to protect myself
Yeah.
from harassment, to be honest.
And
It's to
that's-
be like a tomboyish and not feminine. So, like the people that take care of our garden and, you know, and the cows and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Because we had cows and animals and we had people that take care of them. And their kids were a little bit older than us. So like I didn't want to be harassed by them, so I would be like tomboyish,
More tomboyish. Yeah.
tomboyish, and
It's a
always play
protection.
with exactly.
It is a like a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
really. And I feel like we grew up also in a time where normal games were not it. Like
Yeah.
there were like fake guns, fake
Yeah.
shooting things, you know,
Yes.
and that was promoted in the whole country because the whole country was during war. So
Yeah.
these things, they would promote it to kids as well, unfortunately. And we used to play that. We used to play soccer most of the time. We had to invent our own games sometimes because there isn't any other entertainment
True.
other than the TV, and we
True.
didn't have access to many
And
channels
we didn't like to sit in front of TV
at all. Like that
especially-
wasn't a thing. Like
Yeah.
our moms would be like, "Get out! Like you have to
True.
go out and play." And I feel like that was very healthy.
For me to be grounded is to sit home and watch TV. That was
That's
my
a grounding.
mom
True.
grounding me.
True.
But if I wasn't grounded, then I can go outside and play with everybody.
If you think about it, that's a crazy grounding idea for
Yeah.
today's world.
For today world is like completely the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like if you get grounded,
And that's
sickering-
actually what we do with my nephew.
yeah.
Like my oldest nephew, we tell him to like sometimes go to the gym,
Yeah.
go walk outside, go
Yeah.
do something, and he hates it. And I'm like, back then, if my mom tells me
Was
to go
totally the
out, oh
opposite.
my god, that's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's as like kids. My childhood was that. But
Yeah.
like the minute I started like growing up, I would say like 13. No, 13 is still tomboyish for me. I feel like 14 plus, I was switched to feminine energy.
oh, that's amazing
Absolute,
at a very
honestly.
young age.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
14?
14.
Oh, that's
I would
cute.
think that, yeah, around that age, I started liking some men, you know, like having some crushes here and there.
yeah.
I wasn't talking to,
Yeah.
to boyfriends and bullshit like that. That was out of it. It was just like crushing on people.
Yeah, and that's normal.
Yeah, exactly. And hanging out with my girlfriends. Also, I feel like my girlfriends played a huge part in shaping my
Yeah.
feminine energy as well because they were feminine. So I was like, okay, I like what they like. You know.
Yeah.
And also my sister, I would watch what she does.
That's
Yeah.
the best. I feel
Yeah.
like your sisters, older sisters, shape
Yeah.
who you want to be in the
So
future
true.
much,
So
especially
true.
if they're like baddies.
Yeah.
Yes, you would want to be
Yeah.
them. But like speaking of,
Switching.
yeah, like the time and
Yeah.
the liking and whatever, I've been crushing ever since I was 5 years old. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is cute.
Yeah.
This is, but like actually really wanting to be just like very feminine. I feel like when I graduated high school,
Okay.
like 18 through 20, those years I was very like trying to be very, very girly.
I mean, it makes sense. That's
Yeah.
when you try to find who you are
Yes.
truly and not be influenced by students around you. You know, it's like you
True,
graduated.
because that time, yeah, it was weird also because I moved so many schools and you do too.
Yeah.
But every time I move to a new school, it's like, it's a weird point because if I was in one school for like a year or 6 months, I get to the point where I'm just like, okay, let me let my guards down.
Yeah.
And then my family's like, pack up, we gotta go.
Oh, God.
And then when we go to the next school, I have to act tough. Something
Yeah.
in me, I just have to act tough. And the worst years of me being tomboyish were when we went to Jordan because I did not want to go. I didn't want to leave
see.
Iraq at all. And every school, I moved to 3 schools there, and every school I would enter, I'm like, I'm ready to fight. Like,
Yeah.
don't even say hi to me. And everybody would hate me. They were like, why is she like that? But I'm like, you know, I'm just trying to protect myself now that I know.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then,
also, if you think about it, you're not just protecting yourself from men, you're protecting yourself from some girls
of
that
course,
would bully you.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Is because if I enter And I used to speak in the Iraqi dialect. I would never change to a Jordanian dialect or whatever. And girls would really be approaching me. It wasn't even about men. It was about girls, actually.
Yeah.
Because they would approach me and they're like, if there is a soccer game between Iraq and Jordan, they're like, oh, what's up? Like, you're ready to fight? You're ready. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
I need to go back home. This is not the place for
Fighting
me.
is a very big thing among girls in Jordan for some reason.
In high school, yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah, it was
It's
like
really bad.
It's not like that even here. Like I attended a high school here. Women do not act like that.
That's why I'm telling you, like, Jordan, it was the worst times where I had to be like,
Yeah, a little bit tomboyish there.
a lot
Yeah,
tomboyish,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't mess with me. And actually, there would be times where it goes physical, and I'm like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I simply don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But if I don't, they're going to take advantage of the
course.
situation.
Yeah, of course.
And my sister would be like, you have to do this and this. And if you don't do this, they're going to...
I'll go do it.
Literally.
And then it's a bigger embarrassment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to take care of it. Chill.
Yeah.
But here in the US, it was just protecting. I didn't even make a lot of friends. I was just like, let me just go through it, graduate and whatever. And college time where I started being like, okay, this is...
I feel like my 20s is definitely when I noticed that I'm becoming super feminine, you know?
Yeah.
Like very girly, like, I don't know, even the way that I carry myself, the way that I interact with women and men is very feminine. But I'm also not the girl that is very soft. I'm not a soft girl, like... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like it's like balanced in my opinion. Like you have to have a masculinity a little bit that turns on when you need it to be turned on. There is no way that you can be 100% feminine at all times. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Because, like, if I were to define your situation in 2 seconds, like, you are feminine, and that side of you is showing more, right? But there is a tough love part of you that I feel like this part is, whatever you want to call it, a little bit of masculinity or whatever, but that's the part where you solve the problem right then and there, and you don't need to be too girly to take care of it.
Yeah.
And in this world, you need to be like that because people, unfortunately, don't take you seriously. Even if you're trying to be firm and very serious about something while you're being girly, they're never going to listen to you.
And
for some reason.
I feel like even men have a little bit of femininity in them. They can't just be masculine 100%. You know what I mean?
It's in the genes.
Exactly.
Like, it's in our genes, and we know that there's a little bit of femininity and there's a little bit of masculinity. And I feel like if men don't have that portion, or if they dim it down, it's very dangerous because they don't have that soft spot for somebody. It's scary.
What do you mean, though?
Like, some men don't show that they have this little soft feminine spot.
I feel
in
like
them.
because they're not comfortable with the people that they're dealing with.
Yes, or they're defending themselves. It's also a defense mechanism. They
I
don't
feel
want to
like
show
men
their...
only show it when they're comfortable.
Yeah,
Only show it when
of
they're
course.
comfortable.
And I feel like for girls who have been tomboyish for a long time, they don't show their feminine time apart.
True.
Unless the other person is making them feel comfortable.
True.
And they're carrying the energy of the masculinity more from them. You know what I mean?
I feel like having a boyfriend and a fiance and a man in my life helped shape my femininity. I'm not saying that you cannot reach femininity to the max without a man, but in my case, I feel like it helped to bring it out more.
Yeah.
Because he allowed it to be there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it, but like
made you feel comfortable to be that version of yourself.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was single, I was like more of not masculine, it's just less feminine, you know?
Yeah.
Just less feminine because I had to take care of a lot of things by myself, you know?
Yeah.
So it just...
And it makes sense. Because you're like, when you're alone, you have to take care of a bunch of stuff at the exact same time, all the time. You you don't have that thought that there might be somebody that you can lean on a little bit, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you always have to be in that energy. But if there's somebody, of course, you can just like let off your plate a
True.
little bit so that you can help them. But also, I feel like it's very tricky. Like you said, they have to make you feel comfortable. There has to be time. There has to be trust in order for you to do all of this.
True.
Because especially if you were let down at some point,
Yeah.
you would feel like that option is never going to be like I'm never allowing myself to be that version of myself ever again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And that is, I feel like that's everybody's struggle.
Yeah. I feel like I still, in some days, lose my femininity, and that's during days where I'm not taking care of myself, you know?
Yeah.
When they say self care is important, it's truly important for some reason, especially as a woman. Like, actually, for men and women.
Yeah.
Like, I notice that I feel better when I have, like, fresh hair, fresh nails, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just put myself
take care,
together
yeah.
in a cute way and enjoyed, like, prepping myself up. And I see the same thing with my fiance and my brother when they need a haircut or
Yeah.
they need to go to the barber shop. They come back different.
Yeah.
They come back in a different vibe. So it's like everybody has
true.
to tap into self-care for them to feel how they want to feel,
Yeah.
you know? It's
I
very
f-
important.
I feel like that is, I just remembered like during school time,
Yeah.
I feel like if you neglect yourself during a specific time in your life, and in my case, it was a school time, like architecture school, because I was just so focused on one goal that I neglected myself. I feel like I could have enjoyed the whole journey
Yeah, yeah.
10 times better if I had taken care of myself and enjoyed whatever I'm doing with architecture. And that doesn't matter with whatever you're doing, whether you're studying, you're working, you're saving up for a business, you're starting a business. Try to take care of yourself as you're doing it, and you will have 10 times better results. And by the end, when you're done, you will feel like you have accomplished something, and you're not going to feel like you're burned out.
True.
Because at some point you will feel like if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to feel like this thing caused me my health. This
Yeah.
thing caused me
True,
years of my life. You know, you're going to start regretting it rather than just enjoying the process.
People always say you have to try to enjoy the journey because the journey sometimes is way more important than the goal, you know, or the destination. So it's something that I have to remind myself about all the time. Is like enjoy the journey. Don't neglect yourself. You can still do self-care, self-love, and still go throughout the journey and the steps, you know, that you need to go through. Coco is going insane, y'all, and she doesn't do that usually. I think she's fishing for attention.
She is. And I wish the camera is on her right
Yeah.
now because she really going ham on that
Yeah.
that little toy.
She is. She is.
So, yeah.
What's one tip that you feel like helped you or still helps you to feel more feminine on days where you don't feel like you know?
I just remembered Rihanna's video where she say fake it. Fake it.
Right?
Fake it.
I think, I swear to God, faking it till you feel what you want to feel is a true thing.
Yeah, because sometimes at
You
work
have to lie to yourself sometimes.
it's stupid. It's gonna sound stupid, but sometimes at work I just like if I'm stressed out, I just take my 2 lip liners and I go to the restroom and I just reapply my lipstick, change it up a little bit, and then I go back
I believe you.
and I put on my music and I zone out and I just go at it. Here comes 3:30 and I'm leaving and I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm exhausted, but I'm like, it's gonna go by. It's gonna be fine. So I feel like if you are a girl and you just want to stay in if you're like in a personally, if you are in a man dominant
Place.
job
Yeah.
or career, just do something that make you feel whatever it is. As silly as putting on a lipstick will make you feel good. Just
agree.
chill, you know?
I agree.
Really.
Yeah, I agree, honestly, because I feel like small things do add up.
Yeah.
And if you don't lie to yourself sometimes, it's hard to get through things.
Yeah.
You know? And it's very reasonable. Like you can't just, I feel like we call it lying to yourself, but it's basically saying nice things to yourself instead of saying bad things to yourself.
Yeah.
So whether you call it lying, whether you call it saying nice things to yourself, it definitely does work. And I feel like it's very important.
Yeah.
Because you can't feel good at all times. So when you notice that you're not feeling good, it's a good time to challenge yourself and see how you can switch your thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's cute. I feel like women are very powerful. Honestly, come on, girls. We bleed for 5 days and we do shit
Men could
at
never.
the same time.
Men
Yeah.
could never. They
And
would
we
collapse.
go through cramps, not just
Yes.
bleeding.
They
And
would
we
literally-
still do so much.
Yeah. No, we are very powerful. We
Yeah.
create life.
Exactly.
We literally birth humans into this world. So we are very powerful. It's just that I feel like a lot of girls don't have that they have so much power.
I really think it's the environment. I feel
Yeah.
like every woman is feminine, okay? But the environment does play with the shaping and what type of you tap in, because you are not the same Yasmin that was a year ago. You know, you're not
No.
the same Yasmin 2 years ago. You're not the same Yasmin 5 years ago. Same thing with me. I'm not the same me a week ago. You know what I mean?
Or in a place, from
Exactly.
literally an environment, from one country to another, from one city to another, from, you know what I mean?
One day to another is different.
It's completely different. And I feel like if you cannot change the environment, do not let the environment shape you. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, I'm saying this and I'm saying it to myself as
Yeah,
well.
of course.
Like, at some point, you're like, you don't want to do this at this specific job. You don't want to do this at school because the environment is not okay to do that in. But I mean, nobody's paying your bills. I'm sorry. Like, you be you.
And these rules are invisible. Nobody
Exactly.
sees them.
Do exactly what you love, what you like. Dress up exactly as how you like. Act exactly how you are, and say exactly what's on your mind. And if the environment is not for you, then eventually it will show that it is not for you, and you can move to a different environment.
True.
There is nothing that should stay on permanently. Everything is temporary in life. Doesn't
I
matter.
agree 100%.
Yeah,
Honestly.
like you would think that you have one spot that you're going to stay in forever, but that is not the truth. One day you're going to have to move.
Yeah. It's very weird. I've never met somebody that stayed in one spot all their life. You know, never. Honestly, I've never
At
till
least
today.
if not the same spot, not the same house, not the same,
Yeah.
like something. We're meant to travel. We're meant to go different places and experience different things. That's every creature on this planet.
Yeah.
That's very normal, and it's healthy actually, because it shapes you, it makes you grow. So
Yeah. I feel like I have a tip for the single girls that feel like they can't tap into their feminine energy, or afraid of dating or going out on dates and things like that because they feel like they will be taking advantage of, you know? I feel like the more men you interact with, the more skills you're gonna build of knowing who is worthy of showing your feminine energy to and who is not worthy of seeing your feminine energy. Don't you feel like that? I feel like the more experiences you have, the more skills you build.
I have a different perspective. I agree with you. The more people you see, the more skills. Then
I
you
feel
know
men,
that this person,
especially if
Yeah.
you are not gay, you know,
Yeah.
if you're straight,
if you're interested,
Yeah.
But like, here's my perspective. Definitely, you will have more experience and you know how to say no to red flags or things that you don't like immediately, right away. You can cut it off literally in 2-3 days. That's it. But it could be also tricky into thinking that now you can say no very easily and you might miss out on one good person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It could go both ways. So you could either be very careful on really actually examining the person and knowing exactly who they are,
Yeah.
or sometimes girls would just be like very
I don't like a quick dating. I'm against it. I don't like when people be like, "Oh, I'm single, so I'm just gonna go on a date every night."
no,
I
that
meet
is I don't
people.
know
I'm
how
like,
y'all do that. Like that's just draining, straight up draining.
draining your energy, and it's not cute whatsoever. I don't care
Yeah.
what life you're living. In my opinion, it's not cute, and you're only harming yourself. You're not benefiting anything. You're wasting time. Period.
Yeah.
I'm with dating like maybe every 3 weeks, go on a date, talk to somebody new, see if you vibe, if you're not,
I
see
feel
if
like
they're
that's
worthy.
still too short of a time.
I mean,
Because
3
you're
weeks.
basically getting to know if that person is still an option or not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. I feel like
It's
I don't
different
know.
from one person to
Yeah.
another because I'm pretty much sure there's a lot of people that every night to them is like normal. It's like hanging
that's
out
not
with
normal.
a friend.
No, it's not normal.
No, but I'm saying to them.
I'm judging you. It's not normal. At this
I
point,
honestly don't know how you're not drained because, in my opinion, there should be one day every year. And if it's not good, move on. I ain't got time. This is too draining. Too
that's
much.
hilarious.
Wallah, it's too much.
It is too much. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's like
honestly.
think
Getting
of
to know
like your
people.
soul is connecting with another soul. Like that's so much information gotta be said. And if you have to repeat yourself over and over, maybe the fifth guy that you're meeting you actually like, but you got bored of the whole process. And you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's true. It's like like you already had bad experiences and now
Yeah.
you're projecting them on somebody that had nothing to do
Exactly.
with it, which is true, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like skills matter and you gotta build the skills.
Of course. I feel like I agree with you in that sense. And I feel like there is a time in your life that you should do that in
Yeah,
a lot.
true.
Just so that you get that skill. And then after that, chill.
Yeah.
Like actually date to be meaningful and date to know who the other person is. And if he's going to be the one for you forever or not. That you can determine within a long, like couple months, couple weeks, like that I is saying. That's reasonable. But not every night.
Yeah. It takes years for me to test people, to be honest. I feel like especially in today's world, because like some people you can hang out with them, but they're not really there. You know what I mean? So it takes time for you to know the person deep inside and what type of person they are. And of course, situations matter, not just like time. The
course.
quality of time matters.
Yeah, what
not
you
the
guys go
quantity.
through
Yeah.
together, what you go on through alone, and how they react, and what they go on alone, and how you react. It's a lot, and then also to actually love can happen in couple weeks, but to actually like the person and like their company and like to be around them and all of that takes years. In my opinion, too. It takes a lot of time. Yeah.
I mean, liking somebody is very important. You can't really love somebody if you don't like them. Actually, you can love them. And then when you lose it, this is when you know that you really don't like them.
That's the thing. I feel like
They
with
start
the
frustrating you.
Yes, with the new relationships and the new generation that we're in, the apocalypse.
Or like, you know what?
It's just
you probably start loving the idea of them after you date them,
The
or
attention.
like
The love here and there, the dates, the stuff that you do together, but not necessarily the person.
I feel like if you like somebody, you truly like them, there is no way you're gonna just not love them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If you had told me that like a couple years ago, like 5-6 years ago, I would have been like, you're tripping. Like love is the most important thing. Yeah. But like that is not true.
Because that's what they teach us. Like even in movies, even in books, they keep talking about love and romance. Nowadays we are more educated. We have, again, bigger sources and resources and easy access to information. And a lot of people who have studied relationship are speaking up, especially with podcasting is becoming very popular to listen to people who have knowledge about this, and we understand that liking the person, how they come, is the main thing.
Yeah,
Of
it's the hardest thing
Yeah.
too. Because there are things that you just don't want to like about that person. Some things that annoy you and you don't want to put up with that shit. And the easiest thing is just to break up and be like, oh, there's somebody out there that might be better for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the strongest form of love, is to accept the other person the way
how
they are.
come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not how you want to shape them. It's how
Exactly.
you met them. That's it. You can't put the idea, oh, I'm going to like you more when you have a better job. Oh, I'm going to like you more when you have more muscles. Oh, I'm going to like you more when, things like this.
And I feel like we're more guilty of that than men.
Oh,
Girls are always
because
Bob the
we
Builder.
fantasize more, I feel.
Yes. We just really have this version of that person in our head
Yeah.
that we make up. And the moment that person breaks character and be exactly who they are,
We cringe.
We don't accept it. We're like, this is the ick.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the ick out of the culture. The ick is not going to get you anywhere.
But it's true, though.
It is. But like right now, I feel like girls are doing it unreasonably.
Yeah.
Like the ick, he's wearing a skinny jeans. Okay,
That's
you
an
can
ick.
change.
Don't do that.
Listen, it's an ick. It is an ick for me. I would never look at a man that is wearing a skinny jeans. But if I got to know him at work and I know who he is and I really like him, then the skinny jeans is not an issue.
can just
the
burn it.
style can be changed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Burn it. Get rid of it. And men are the easiest creatures on this planet that you can change their style. They would
They're
listen to
so
you.
down to change.
Yes,
I
they
feel
listen.
like every man that I have dealt with enjoys me dressing them up. I
Yeah, they
swear
really
to God.
like- yeah.
And I feel like even with women, some women do enjoy it. Like sometimes I like to see what somebody can put me in, because I'm too bored of my style.
It depends on the man.
like it. Like sometimes I tell my sister, can you just pick something
Yeah.
for me so I don't style myself how I usually style myself.
Yeah.
I just like to break that cycle.
Break the rhythm. I see what you mean.
Because sometimes you get introduced to a new idea and you start styling it in a way that is different too.
True. And or it could introduce you to a different style.
Yeah.
Like you having like your own style line
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about men dressing girls, but like they on the other way around, they are very open to listening to you. Like I know that my dad would just be having 2 shirts and he goes out and he still take care.
That's
like
the
takes
simple
our
life.
Yeah, he literally just likes, or he asks us about his cologne or which one is better.
Cologne
so they
is
do
very
listen.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
My dad is on a whole nother level. He's obsessed with colognes. But I used to use his cologne when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Aww.
And my mom would be like, girl, this is not for you.
But it makes you feel comfortable and warm and
Yes.
hugged probably.
I would like go take a shower and then just put it over and I would go hug him. So I'm like, instead of you putting it, I'll put it. Like, I was a whole character. I was a whole,
funny.
yeah. But yeah. Yes.
I have a question. How can someone attract or cultivate a healthy relationship by embracing their feminine energy?
How can somebody attract a healthy relationship by
Or
embracing
cultivate.
their femininity? I feel like being realistic with your feminine side, because with the exposure of social media nowadays, there are unrealistic feminine goals that people are putting out there.
Like shedding.
What do
The
you
shedding at night. Like, when they wake up with a face mask, a chin mask, a hair,
Wait, I'm not
Bonnie.
introduced to this culture. What?
a lip stain, and a mouth tape, a nose tape.
The mouth tape I know about
an ear
because
something, and they wake up in the morning and they shed it. They call it shedding. And I'm like, girl, that's unrealistic. And there is no scientific reasons for you to be doing all of that.
like what? Like, and also like if you're if your man is right next to you,
It's
what?
not about the man.
No, we're talking about a healthy relationship.
Yeah, true.
Ain't nobody wants to wake up looking at their wife or girl or whatever
Looking like
looking
an-
like that.
No.
Like, please, just be normal. We are not telling you to sleep with makeup on. Look normal.
Put your night creams normally and go to bed.
That's it. Wear your
I
PJs.
understand like putting the hair cap because some women style their hair at night,
Yeah,
don't have time in
that's
the morning.
understandable.
That's understandable. But an overnight mask, an overnight chin pull, an overnight mouth tape, everything, a lip stain. You can lip stain in a second. I swear. Lip stain works the same if I put it for 5 hours or if I put it for 2 minutes. It's gonna stain my lips the same way.
Yeah, and if you want it to be permanent, then go do that. There is a procedure that makes your lips tinted.
Thank you.
For a year or two, and it doesn't
Exactly.
budge depending on your skin. But like,
So true.
why would you do that to yourself? And why would you like? I feel like it adds also so much pressure on the other person
You know
that
what
you're
I
with.
think? I really think it's just content. I truly think
No,
people
but-
are bored and they're just creating shit for content.
Yes, but on the other hand, how many ignorant people are
Exactly.
actually
Or
following
kids,
that?
younger girls.
Yeah. And that is out of ignorance.
Yeah.
You being young, you are naive. You don't know much about life. So
Honestly, yeah.
you're doing all of that. First of
Younger-
all, it's dangerous. Don't do the mouth tape. I was watching something and somebody actually was like having
It's
hard
very
breathe,
dangerous.
having hard time to breathe. So that is very, very dangerous. Be careful. And
Do it mindfully when you are awake. If you really want to practice to breathe from your nose only, do it when you're awake,
yeah.
when you're working out, when you're cooking, when you're cleaning, when you're living awake. Try to close your mouth and breathe from your nose if you really want that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like doing it to go to sleep is like, what if you pass out and never wake up?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It's a scary. It really is a scary. And I feel like you just need to be careful with that and not
And that's not tapping into your feminine energy,
At
to be
all.
honest with you. That's you being dumb a little bit.
yeah, if we're talking about healthy relationship and how to get into like reasonable feminine energy, I think the first thing is you need to be realistic
And
with your
reasonable.
femininity.
Yes.
And then also you need to allow yourself to be hurt. It's just as simple as that. You are going to get hurt. And I don't know how else to say it. You're going to get...
Do you mean like allow yourself to feel your emotions and actually live them? Like, it's okay?
Yes, but also there is a chance. A lot of girls, most of the girls, they don't allow themselves to be on that feminine side because they're afraid to be hurt.
Oh, okay.
And there is a possibility...
like taken advantage of
exactly.
and things like that.
There's a
Okay.
possibility that the other person is going to hurt you. It's a
Yeah.
50-50 chance, right?
True.
If they don't hurt you, that's the best part. You got you a very good partner and you are at the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
If they do hurt you, you need to understand that you had the advantage to find your feminine side and you should continue with it, and it got nothing to do with you. It's about the other person.
I agree.
The other person is not good for you, and you need to just continue being the girly girl that you want to be.
So true.
Period.
And I really
But it's
feel
hard.
like caring about you and who you are and trying to be not fake. You know, like like try to be you at all times. Don't be shy of being a girly girl. Don't be shy of showing your femininity, like we've been saying, because I feel like pushing it down is not healthy. Like when I think about my childhood, it's not healthy.
It's depressing.
Right?
You know,
It's really not. Like I look at some girls like that are super young and then remember my childhood and I'm like, they're so cute being girlies.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that because I was protecting myself from my environment,
Yeah.
and it's not healthy, to be honest.
Yeah. I was watching something over the weekend actually, and it was saying that depression comes from you depressing your feelings.
Yeah.
Like you're just suppressing your feelings, and like just not allowing yourself to be your true self. And I feel like if you are going to try to be the tomboyish or the tough girl, and if you are tomboyish and that's your personality, there's
You
nothing
can
wrong
be
with that.
feminine in
Yeah.
that way. You know what I
Literally,
mean?
yeah. And it just depends. I feel like you just don't try to suppress who you are and just embrace
Yeah.
who you are. You will feel much better.
Yeah.
You will feel like you are true to yourself and you don't have to pretend, because pretending
That's what I'm
is
trying
exhausting.
to say. Exactly.
Pretending is exhausting.
Yeah, she's putting it into words, honestly, and I agree with you. Pretending to be somebody who you are not is exhausting, and the thing is, it's gonna affect you
The most.
the most.
Yeah, true.
It's not gonna affect the other people at all.
They don't care. They're
Yeah, they
going
don't
by their
know.
day.
Exactly.
It's you who is going to look back like 10 years from now and be like, well,
Yeah.
I wish I was.
And you're
who
going to
I
feel
wanted it to
tired
be.
by the time you're sitting alone and trying to tap into yourself. You're going to have a harder time tapping into yourself and being who you are. And you're going to feel exhausted after being pretending to be somebody, you know,
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah. I feel like also, like I said, it's not about you, it's about the other person. So don't allow another person to dim your light. Don't allow another person to take that side of you, that feminine side of you, because if you do, there is a high chance that you're never gonna be able to be that same version again.
It will take time for you.
Yes, it
will
takes
take hard
ages.
work. Yes, hard work for sure.
But you don't, if you do it correct from the very beginning, you could jump all of these steps.
can
You don't have
avoid
to go
that.
through.
Yeah.
You can avoid it. You don't have to go through all
Yeah.
of that. Because I'm pretty much sure a lot of girls know this. If you suppress your feelings for too long and you act very tough, then at some point you feel like you ain't got any more choices but being tough
Yeah.
for the rest of your life. And that's why it feels hard.
Yeah.
It takes you years to try to unlearn that defense mechanism, which is very, very
It becomes a
unhealthy.
habit and you don't want it to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes abnormal for you to be feminine and tap into your femininity because you've been just rough the whole time,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes time. And I feel like self-care and sitting down and reflecting is something that is very important when it comes to tapping into your feminine energy.
Yeah. Would you say that this is the most time that you feel you are tapped in your feminine
Yeah, I
energy?
feel like every year I feel like it's the most
Closer.
Yeah,
Okay,
closer
okay, that's very
and more
cute.
feminine. And I feel
Yeah.
like it does come with age, experience, wisdom, and spending
course,
time
yeah.
with myself and reflecting, to be honest with you. Because as a kid, I did not, of course. Who wanted to be alone as a kid? Not me, of course, with a bunch of cousins. I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
My family was bigger. I barely had
course, you're
a me
always-
time. The older I'm getting, the more me time I'm getting, the more I depend on myself on how to do my hair, my nails, how to self-care for myself, actually take care of myself when I'm not feeling good. Like on days when I'm not feeling good, I can push myself to do something for me only, especially when it comes to self-care and working out. This is where I tap into my femininity, even though I'm covered in a sweat. But this is when I feel like, oh, so cute,
The
so
most
good.
girl, yeah.
Yeah, so girly,
It
so
doesn't
hot,
matter.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And it's just, it takes time and experience, to be honest. So I don't think somebody needs to rush, but it's something that to keep like in your mind, that it's something that I need to work on and practice, so it becomes a healthy habit.
Yeah.
That it comes unconscious for you, you know?
Yeah.
And you will always know that there is a remedy for not feeling good. There is
Yeah.
a remedy to bring yourself up again when you're feeling down.
Yeah.
And yeah, every year I feel like I get better and better at it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is a practice. It really is. It's just like any other trait in your life, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to be more patient, you need to practice it. You
Like
need-
the
you know?
other day, I read something and it makes so much sense. Your brain is not like your stomach. When it's empty, it does not tell you it's empty. So you have to feed it what you want to feed it.
Yes.
So,
True.
And it makes so much
Yes.
sense.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
That is very powerful because it's true. Like if you follow your brain and you don't let it follow you, it can go place and it can never come back. Like
I
it
agree.
really, like the power of brain is scary
Yeah.
because we would think that smart people, their brain guides them, but it's
Yeah.
the other way around. You have to guide your brain. Your brain can go places that
It's like a computer.
Yes. So you just need to be careful on what you feed your brain. I agree with you, and how to guide it and navigate it through life, because it can have you either lost or it can get you to the best
And
state in your life.
I'm with a point where I recommend women, if you like a lifestyle of a woman that is in your life, it's okay to spend more time with them. So it's like you get a little bit of that energy, like, because energy is contagious.
Attract.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So if you are hanging out with a type of woman that you don't like, you need to stop hanging out with that type of women, so you don't get that energy, that is around them that you don't like.
Yeah.
But if you are around women that you like the energy of, then spend more time with them, because energy
True.
is contagious.
True. And that's in everything.
Yeah.
We said to
With
the environment,
happiness,
we said to the person too, is this exact same thing. It's infinite universes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
A person is a universe within themselves. The
So
environment
true.
is own universe and the bigger universe that we're in.
So true.
So a human is definitely energy attracts. If you don't like the people around you, change it.
Yeah.
If you don't like the environment, change it. And
trust your guts.
That's that.
Trust your guts. You've been living with your guts for all your life.
yeah.
Trust it.
Very true.
You don't have to gaslight yourself just to make other people comfortable, just to make other situations more acceptable. No, trust your guts.
True.
Honestly.
Because like sometimes, most of the time, if you have that instinct of knowing things beforehand,
Yeah.
don't let it fall. That's a talent.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, I don't know what to tell you. Like
You have to trust it.
Yeah.
Build that confidence in it, because nobody knows it better than you. Nobody lived with your guts more than you. So you have to build. It's an inner relationship that you have to build and work on. And every time I do not trust my guts, it comes and bites me again. So I really taught myself to trust it, build that confidence. Sometimes it's not comfortable, but later on when you look back, you're like, thank God I did it. Thank God I trusted my guts. And thank God I was confident in what I felt. And for me, that's being feminine, to be honest. I feel like women are very strong with judgments. We judge things more. We analyze things on a different level.
Yeah.
And it's just scientifically proven. I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass, For real.
She's not.
I'm not. Go read about it. Women do analyze things more. We
Yeah.
are more judgmental than
And we do
other
have that
people.
sixth sense.
Yeah.
This is not proven anywhere. I am pulling it out of somewhere. But most of the women in my life and the women that I've met over the years are very, like, they have that sixth sense. We could tell when something's going
Yeah.
wrong. We could tell when something is good, when something is bad, when that person is not good,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's because we are more emotional.
Yeah.
So that emotion guides us. We're more
True.
empathetic. We understand how.
Emotionally smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
We're very emotionally
So
smart and intelligent.
if you can
about
read
it.
the room with emotions, you got it.
I
Just
agree.
trust yourself, especially
agree.
with people, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's that.
That's on that.
Do you have anything else?
I really don't have anything else to add for femininity, but I feel like don't rush it. Just know that it's a process and it takes time, and self-care is a huge part of it. If you do not love who you are, you will never be able to tap into your feminine energy. Never. You have to love you, and then you will start seeing it. It comes out naturally. It's a process.
True. If I have to say one more thing, is being independent doesn't mean that you cannot be feminine. You can do both.
100%.
You can be very independent.
It can actually help bring your femininity.
Exactly.
Because you're trusting yourself.
Exactly. You can be feminine at the exact same time. Independent and feminine can go together.
Yeah.
and you can still be depending on other people with things that you might need help with. There ain't nothing wrong with that. True. And that is on God.
Yes.
See you next week.
I love this topic, by the way.
Yes, me too. I really enjoyed it.
Cute.
I can't wait to listen to it 7 times next week. So, yes, it's
See
on
you
that.
next time.
Bye,
for our
girlies.
next Yap session. Mwah.
Adios. Bye, guys.
Bye.